In an unexpected twist, Ashley St. Clair, a conservative influencer and children's book author, recently revealed that she welcomed Elon Musk's 13th child 5 months ago. The announcement, made on February 14, 2025, has sparked a public dialogue about their co-parenting arrangement, with St. Clair urging Musk to finish their agreement. This plea comes amid a backdrop of escalating tensions between the two, as St. Clair expressed frustration at Musk's lack of acknowledgement regarding their child. In a now-deleted post on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, St. Clair lamented Musk's silence despite repeated attempts to reach out. She criticized Musk for engaging with posts that mocked her while ignoring her requests to discuss their child's well-being. "It is disappointing that a tabloid reporter made it impossible to complete that process confidentially," stated Brian Glicklich, a representative for St. Clair. He emphasized the importance of Musk publicly recognizing his parental role to quell speculation and ensure the child's welfare. The public nature of this dispute echoes Musk's previous conflicts with the mothers of his other children, which have often played out in the media. St. Clair's announcement about their child's birth was initially intended to protect the child's privacy. However, as tabloid interest grew, she felt compelled to share the news. "I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment," she stated, imploring the media to respect their privacy. Simultaneously, Musk's political influence is casting a long shadow over his personal life. Over the past 2 years, he has been increasingly associated with right-wing political movements across the globe. An investigation by NBC News has highlighted Musk's support for conservative policies in at least 18 countries, where he encourages nationalism and reduced immigration. His involvement has raised concerns among political analysts about the implications of a non-political figure wielding such influence. Musk's activities have included public endorsements of right-wing leaders and participation in controversial political statements. For example, he has urged voters in Germany to move beyond historical guilt associated with Nazism, a remark that drew both attention and criticism. Analysts suggest that Musk's wealth and global platform enable him to act as a broker for far-right ideologies, fundamentally altering the political landscape. This blend of personal and political controversies surrounding Musk is creating a complex narrative. In addition to the co-parenting dispute with St. Clair, Musk's role in the Trump administration as head of the newly established Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) has drawn scrutiny. Critics argue that his actions, including significant cuts to government spending and the mass firing of federal workers, could have serious implications for his business interests and public image. Protests against Musk's government ties have erupted across the U.S., with demonstrators expressing their discontent outside Tesla dealerships. Many carried signs likening Musk's administration to historical totalitarian regimes, indicating a potential backlash against his company's reputation and sales, particularly in traditionally liberal markets. Looking ahead, the intertwining of Musk's personal life with his expansive political ambitions suggests a future fraught with challenges. Observers are keenly watching how Musk will navigate the complexities of co-parenting while maintaining his influence in global politics. As the situation evolves, it remains to be seen whether Musk can reconcile these competing interests without further complicating his already controversial public persona. In a sweeping move that could reshape the landscape of federal governance, President Donald Trump, with the assistance of Elon Musk, has established the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE). This newly formed agency has initiated a series of drastic budget cuts, agency reorganizations, and staff layoffs across multiple federal departments, igniting controversy and legal challenges. As the ramifications of these changes ripple through the federal landscape, the impact is being felt most acutely by key agencies such as the Department of Education (USAID) and the National Institutes of Health (NIH). Musk, who has reportedly contributed over $250 million to political committees backing Trump's campaign, is leading DOGE with an aggressive agenda aimed at eliminating what he deems wasteful government spending. The agency's social media presence boldly states its mission to bring about major reform within the federal government. However, this ambition has not come without pushback. A coalition of Democratic attorneys general from 14 states has filed lawsuits challenging the legality of DOGE's sweeping reforms, alleging that Musk's authority exceeds the limits prescribed by law. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau (CFPB) has already been ordered to halt its operations. Created in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis, the CFPB's purpose is to safeguard consumers from unfair and deceptive practices. Critics of the Trump administration's directive argue that the Office of Management and Budget's head Russell Vought lacks the authority to dismantle the bureau, prompting legal action from employee unions. USAID, the nation's premier foreign aid agency, has faced even graver challenges. Musk's administration has attempted to merge USAID with the State Department, effectively putting 10,000 employees on leave. This move has drawn multiple lawsuits from nonprofit organizations and employee unions, with a federal judge temporarily blocking the administration from placing thousands of workers on administrative leave. The fallout from these decisions could have far-reaching implications for humanitarian efforts worldwide, as critics warn of potential adverse effects on food security and health initiatives in regions reliant on U.S. aid. In the realm of education, DOGE has reportedly slashed nearly $1 billion in research contracts and placed numerous Department of Education staff on leave. This drastic reduction follows the administration's ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The agency's access to sensitive student data has also raised alarm bells, with ongoing lawsuits challenging the legality of these actions. Meanwhile, cuts to the NIH's health research funding have been paused pending legal review, as a federal judge has ruled against the Trump administration's attempts to limit reimbursement rates for research institutions. This decision follows lawsuits from Democratic state attorneys general emphasizing the contentious nature of DOGE's reforms. As layoffs commence throughout various federal agencies, including the Department of Education, the Small Business Administration, and the Department of Veterans Affairs, the potential for significant job losses looms large. Approximately 75,000 federal employees accepted buyouts offered under a program known as the Fork in the Road. And mass layoffs have already been reported across multiple departments. These workforce reductions are expected to disrupt essential services and heighten tensions within the federal workforce. The implications of DOGE's agenda extend beyond immediate job losses and agency reorganizations. The administration's emphasis on cutting public programs has sparked concerns about the increasing reliance on private contractors for essential services. Tech and defense companies have begun to position themselves to benefit from this shift, as Musk's plans for implementing new artificial intelligence systems and overhauling government operations offer lucrative opportunities for private firms. Notably, companies like Palantir and General Atomics have expressed enthusiasm over the potential for increased contracts and collaborations. As the situation unfolds, the confluence of Musk's influence and Trump's executive power raises pressing ethical questions. Critics argue that the lack of oversight and transparency surrounding DOGE's initiatives could pave the way for conflicts of interest, particularly given Musk's substantial business interests in the sectors affected by these reforms. As the administration continues to face legal challenges and public scrutiny, the future of DOGE and its sweeping reforms remains uncertain. In conclusion, the establishment of DOGE under Trump and Musk marks a pivotal moment in U.S. governance, one that could redefine the federal landscape for years to come. As agencies grapple with budget cuts and reorganizations, the potential consequences for public services, federal employment, and the balance of power between government and private enterprise are profound. Observers will be closely monitoring how this ambitious agenda unfolds and what it means for the future of American governance. Protests erupted across the United States on Saturday, targeting Tesla dealerships in cities ranging from New York to California. The demonstrations, which drew crowds of up to 100 people at various locations, were ignited by growing discontent over CEO Elon Musk's recent actions and his close ties with the Trump administration. As part of his role in the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, colloquially referred to as DOGE, Musk has been accused of aggressively cutting government spending. This has raised concerns about the potential repercussions for Tesla's reputation and sales. Organizers of the protests highlighted the risks associated with Musk's alignment with Trump's far-right agenda, which many demonstrators characterized as detrimental to the environment and social equity. Protesters carried placards denouncing the administration and likening it to historical authoritarian regimes, a comparison that Musk has publicly rejected. The implications of Musk's political affiliations are particularly concerning for Tesla, which has traditionally enjoyed strong sales in more liberal regions such as California. Musk's involvement in political funding has also come under scrutiny. Reports indicate he has contributed over $200 million to the Trump campaign, raising questions among investors about whether this association will alienate Tesla's customer base in key markets. There is an argument to be made that Tesla is beginning to be penalized for Musk's close relationship to Trump, stated Mike O'Rourke, chief market strategist at Jones Trading, in a recent research note. The backlash is reflected in Tesla's sales figures, which have taken a hit globally. In January alone, sales in Germany plummeted by 60%, a trend that some attribute to Musk's endorsement of the far-right alternative for Deutschland AfD party. Similarly, sales in France fell by 63%, and the UK has also reported declines. In contrast, competitors like BYD in China are benefiting from Tesla's struggles, with their sales rising nearly 50% during the same period. Adding to the chorus of criticism, musician Sheryl Crow made headlines by publicly selling her Tesla and donating the proceeds to NPR, an organization she claims is under threat due to Musk's political actions. Crow's video, shared on social media, poignantly underscores a growing sentiment among some consumers. "You are who you hang out with," she remarked, signifying a moral stance against Musk's affiliations. This type of public dissent could further complicate Tesla's market position, especially in demographics that value corporate social responsibility. Despite these challenges, Musk has proclaimed 2025 to be the most important year for Tesla, with ambitious plans to ramp up production of their Optimus robots. However, the company's recent struggles, including its first-ever annual sales decline, cast a shadow over these aspirations. As Tesla navigates the turbulent waters of political association and shifting consumer sentiments, the long-term impact on its brand and bottom line remains uncertain. As events unfold, it will be crucial to monitor how Tesla adapts to this evolving landscape, particularly in light of potential political fallout and the ongoing competition in the electric vehicle market. The protests serve as a reminder that corporate actions and leadership decisions are increasingly scrutinized by the public, and the repercussions can ripple through sales, brand loyalty, and market performance. The intersection of technology, politics, and consumer sentiment will undoubtedly shape Tesla's trajectory in the coming months. SpaceX continues to demonstrate its dominance in the aerospace sector, with another successful launch reinforcing the reliability and versatility of its Falcon 9 rocket. In the early hours of Saturday, February 15, 2025, the Falcon 9 booster lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, delivering 21 Starlink satellites into orbit. This mission marked a significant milestone, as it was the 27th flight of the same first-stage booster, showcasing SpaceX's innovative approach to reusability in space travel. The launch took place at 1:14 a.m. from Pad 40, despite overcast skies that obscured the rocket momentarily. Following a flawless ascent, the booster successfully landed on SpaceX's drone ship, a shortfall of Gravitas, marking the 98th landing for that particular platform and the 409th successful booster landing for the company overall. The Falcon 9 has become known as SpaceX's workhorse, capable of transporting a variety of payloads, including crewed missions to the International Space Station (ISS) and other commercial satellites. Among the 21 satellites deployed during this mission were 13 equipped with direct-to-cell capabilities, a feature that could revolutionize cellular communications by providing internet access directly to mobile devices without the need for traditional ground infrastructure. With approximately 7,000 operational Starlink satellites in orbit, SpaceX is making significant strides toward its goal of providing global internet coverage, particularly in underserved areas. Looking ahead, SpaceX has another launch scheduled for February 17, 2025, which will also involve a batch of Starlink satellites. For the first time, this mission will see a Falcon 9 booster land on a drone ship stationed off the coast of the Bahamas, indicating the company's plans to expand its operational range and capabilities further. The growing frequency of launches from the Space Coast has set a record. With 93 missions completed in 2024 alone and projections suggesting that the Space Force could support as many as 156 launches in 2025. This surge in space activity reflects not only SpaceX's increasing role in the aerospace industry but also the broader shift toward commercial space operations, which have gained momentum in recent years. In a separate development, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been tasked by President Donald Trump to facilitate the return of 2 NASA astronauts who have been stranded at the ISS since June 2024. Musk criticized the previous administration for the delay in retrieving the astronauts and expressed a commitment to bring them home as soon as possible. This situation highlights the complexities and challenges of crewed space missions, particularly when technical issues arise. As was the case with the Boeing Starliner capsule that initially transported the astronauts to the ISS. As SpaceX continues to push the boundaries of space exploration and satellite technology, the implications of its missions extend beyond mere logistics. The potential for global connectivity, advancements in space research, and the evolving dynamics of public-private partnerships in aerospace are all areas to watch in the coming years. With a robust launch schedule ahead, SpaceX is well positioned to remain at the forefront of the new space age, shaping the future of how we access and utilize space. In a stunning revelation that has captivated social media and news outlets alike, Ashley St. Clair, a conservative influencer, has claimed she gave birth to Elon Musk's 13th child 5 months ago. In an exclusive interview with the New York Post, St. Clair shared the details of her whirlwind romance with the billionaire and the challenges of navigating motherhood in the shadow of high-profile speculation and media scrutiny. The relationship, which reportedly began through direct messages on Musk's social media platform X, took off after St. Clair responded to a meme shared by the Tesla and SpaceX CEO. "Musk was very funny. He was smart. He was very down-to-earth," St. Clair recalled, emphasizing that she initially had little interest in the billionaire aside from his acquisition of Twitter. Their first encounter took place at Twitter's headquarters in May 2023, after which their alleged romance blossomed. St. Clair described Musk's approach as both charming and casual, recalling a text invitation to join him in Rhode Island shortly after their meeting. However, the joy of impending motherhood was overshadowed by a shroud of secrecy. St. Clair disclosed that Musk requested they keep the pregnancy hidden for safety reasons, leading her to isolate herself from her usual social life and public engagements. "I was completely isolated during my pregnancy," she lamented, explaining that she was instructed to maintain confidentiality about the child's existence and even declined to have Musk's name on the birth certificate to protect their privacy. Despite the lavish accommodations provided by Musk, including a luxury apartment and a security detail, St. Clair described a lack of romance, stating that she spent her pregnancy largely alone. The turning point came when tabloid reporters began to encroach on her private life, prompting St. Clair to publicly announce her child's paternity on X. She stated, "It is sad that my hand was forced by the media to do this now. But there is also a sense of relief because I have been forced to live in secrecy for almost a year." Her decision to go public was fueled not only by a desire for transparency but also a commitment to her child's well-being, as she expressed concerns about the potential harm caused by tabloid speculation. Although Musk has yet to officially acknowledge his alleged role as the child's father, his representatives have reportedly been working with St. Clair toward an agreement on co-parenting. Brian Glicklich, St. Clair's representative, expressed disappointment over the media's intrusion into their private negotiations and urged Musk to make a public acknowledgement to quell speculation. In an unexpected twist, Musk responded to a tweet suggesting that St. Clair had been plotting to ensnare him for years, stating simply, "Whoa." This vague response has only added to the public's fascination with the unfolding drama. St. Clair, feeling ignored, retorted in a now deleted post questioning Musk's priorities in addressing unfounded allegations rather than communicating with her directly. As the story continues to develop, it raises questions about the impact of fame on personal relationships and the public's insatiable appetite for celebrity narratives. St. Clair's plea for privacy and normalcy for her child resonates with many, drawing attention to the often unseen emotional toll that public scrutiny can exact on individuals caught in the spotlight. Looking ahead, this unfolding saga is likely to remain a focal point in the media, as both Musk and St. Clair navigate the complexities of parenting amid public interest. The future of their co-parenting arrangement remains uncertain, but St. Clair's candidness about her experiences may pave the way for more discussions surrounding privacy, celebrity culture, and the responsibilities that come with fame. In a striking demonstration of public advocacy, more than 50 activists gathered outside Neuralink's Fremont facility on Saturday, February 15, 2025, to protest the company's controversial animal experimentation practices. Organized by the Berkeley-based animal rights network Direct Action Everywhere (DXE), the protest highlighted allegations that Neuralink has subjected numerous primates and pigs to invasive brain chip implants, raising ethical concerns about the treatment of these animals. The protesters, many of whom donned monkey costumes and staged a mock prison scene with cages, displayed a giant effigy of Elon Musk, the company's CEO, with a speech bubble reading, "I torture monkeys," holding banners that proclaimed "Stop Elon's monkey business" and "Primates are not prototypes." The activists condemned the alleged cruelty and ineffectiveness of animal testing. According to reports, Neuralink has killed over 1,500 animals during its research, which employees have described as rushed, resulting in unnecessary suffering and deaths. Elon Musk's actions are a profound example of the link between animal and human cruelty, stated DXE organizer Carla Cabral. She expressed discontent with the federal government's lack of accountability for Musk, asserting that the responsibility lies with the public to pressure Neuralink into ending its alleged violent practices. Activists passionately argued that scientific studies indicate primates possess significant cognitive and emotional similarities to humans, reinforcing the need to reconsider the ethical implications of such experiments. Adding a layer of irony to the protest, some activists attempted to deliver a sync to the Neuralink lab, referencing Musk's earlier antics at Twitter's headquarters. However, security personnel refused to accept the symbolic gesture. Direct Action Everywhere has a history of investigative work, including undercover operations to document abuses in farms and research facilities, which has often placed them at odds with law enforcement. The protest comes at a time when Musk's personal life is also under scrutiny. His family dynamics have recently made headlines due to claims by conservative influencer Ashley St. Clair that she has given birth to Musk's 13th child. St. Clair expressed frustration over Musk's lack of communication regarding their co-parenting arrangement, highlighting the complexities of his relationships with various partners and his responsibilities as a father to 12 other children. Musk's evolving family saga has drawn significant media attention, with his past relationships and the resulting children continuously sparking public curiosity. His ex-wife Justine Wilson and current partner Shervon Zeles have both shared their experiences of navigating parenthood in the spotlight, often emphasizing the importance of privacy for their children. As protests against Neuralink's practices gain momentum, the intersection of Musk's controversial business decisions and tumultuous personal life continues to unfold, presenting an ongoing narrative that captivates public interest. With activists intensifying their calls for change and Musk's family dynamics remaining in the public eye, the coming months may reveal whether these pressures will influence Neuralink's future practices or Musk's personal choices. As the dialogue surrounding animal rights and ethical research intensifies, it is clear that both Musk's ventures and personal life will remain focal points of discussion in the tech and media landscape.